I just wanted you to know, you see how easy I found you?
If you comment publicly on somebody's social media, you should be prepared for whatever.
People in the comment section hyping her up saying, I want to be petty like you one day.
They say the villain you made is going to jail, and I hate that for her.
So is the villain or the villain you made lying?
I think it is evident that Shao have never met an individual like myself. Oh, shit. Oh, I think this is the right building. I think this is his car. All right. Let's see how this goes.
Some of you might have seen this video, but this woman on TikTok is known as Davillianumade. She drove 3 hours to confront a man named Mike because he posted a comment under one of her videos, a comment that she didn't really like. So she tracked him down and gave him an ultimatum, whether to apologize or she's going to tell his wife about a secret he has. Let's see what happens.
Hello?
Hello. I'm looking for a mic. Does a mic work here?
Yeah.
Can I speak to him?
Sure. What's this about?
Are you Mike?
Yeah.
Can I step inside? It's cold.
Sure.
Thank you. How you doing? Nice to... So, a couple days ago, you left a comment under somebody's comment section. Do you remember that by any chance?
Not really.
It was regarding Tennessee, District 7. Yeah, well, John, you don't know me, I don't know you, but I was that person that you commented under. Yeah, it's crazy, right? Crazy world. But I just wanted you to know, you see how easy I found you? It's not cool, right?
No.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give you the opportunity and apologize, or I'm gonna show your wife the grounded account I found. How do you feel about that?
Not
Right. It's crazy world out here. So I did make this apology. In case, you don't have to. I understand it's hard, but all you have to do is read this nice little apology I wrote. Thank you. Go ahead.
Mike. Do apologize for my actions. And I see the consequences of my actions. And I will not do
Say it louder.
I will not do this to anyone else ever again.
Oh, good job, Mike. Thank you. I'll take that back from you. Yeah, I need that for other people. It was really nice meeting you. And
Of course, this video goes viral, and a lot of people have different opinions about it. Some say she was stupid for doing something like this. Some people supported her 100%. But no matter if you support her or think she's stupid, I think one thing we can all agree on is that she taught everybody a great lesson.
Listen, I wholeheartedly agree. If you post any content on social media, public or private, you should be prepared for people to love it, like it, hate it, call you the dirtiest dirtbag that ever dirted. Equally, however, if you comment publicly on somebody's social media, you should be prepared for whatever, because you never truly know how far someone is willing to take it. This time, all she did was drive 3 hours and asked him for an apology. As we know, though, not everyone deals with situations the same way. So while I agree that you should be prepared for negative comments to come from social media, that doesn't mean that you have to accept disrespect. Negative comments and disrespect are two different things. And I think the overall lesson for everybody should be just fucking scroll. If you disagree with it, don't like it, think that person's fucking stupid, why waste your time commenting in somebody's comment section? When you're on your deathbed, are you going to think, ooh, yeah, I really stuck it to them with that comment? And then, I don't know, maybe that person gets you to your deathbed just a little bit faster. Doesn't seem worth it to me.
I've always thought going back and forth with somebody on the internet that I don't know, that I would never see, for what? For what? It's a waste of my time.
The villain you made literally proved to millions of people that the internet is not real. She proved that to be wrong. This lady just drove 3 hours to confront, in a respectful manner, to confront someone that left a hateful comment under one of her posts. Now, what that comment was, I don't know. I really don't care. That's not the basis of this video. The basis of this video is to leave people alone. Because at the end of the day, when you think that the internet is not real and that you can't be touched, there are people out there that are willing to risk it all. Not saying that she did, right? But there are some people out there that are willing to risk it all over the internet.
Yeah, people take things they see or take things other people say on the internet far too seriously. Far too seriously. And it's those people that you shouldn't play with. You know, because you never know what they're capable of. You just never know.
That lady who drove over 3 hours to confront someone who left a nasty comment under her video is a friendly reminder that people are crazy and the littlest thing can trigger somebody. I mean, I have gone to the point where I don't even honk at people anymore. If the light turns green and I'm behind you and you still standing there, I'm gonna stand there right with you. I saw a video on here where a waitress was carrying drinks and she tripped over something and some of the drinks fell on a customer that was sitting down. And people were in the comments saying, oh, I would have went to jail that night, when it was clearly an accident. After taking public transportation for almost 8 years now, I don't play with people no more. I feel like a lot of y'all get triggered very easily, and it's scary out here.
I don't play with people either. You know, I've said this a couple times that if I'm walking through the grocery store and somebody bumps into me, somebody pushes their cart into me, I will turn and apologize because I don't want no problems. You know, I would rather apologize to this person who ran into me rather than to have them go outside and waiting for me to walk out with a weapon to do something to me. You know, I would rather apologize for no reason. But that's just me. That's just me. But Davillianumade posted a video before she went and drove 3 hours. And if you watch that video, you can tell she look crazy.
It is with a heavy heart that I will have to inform some individuals that their lives might be irreparably damaged from what I do, whether that be today or tomorrow. After making 2 small posts about District 7 in Tennessee, many people felt that this was their opportunity to come under my comment section and leave hateful, absolutely disturbing comments. And I think it is evident that y'all have never met an individual like myself. And when I say that, I'm specifically talking to the hobbies that I have. I'm not an individual that likes to delete comments. Honestly, I like the filter feature that TikTok has. It makes it so that specific comments do not show up under my comment section. But once I go through those filtered comments, it'd be quite easy to delete them. I don't. I trace them. I go. I find families. I find jobs. I find search histories. And then I just hoard that information until one day I decide, chaos needs to happen. So just so you never know who you're commenting under. You never know who's watching. Be safe out there.
The calm demeanor, the soft tone, the way that you can look in her eyes and say, I believe every word she's saying. As somebody you should not mess with. I mean, what she said and then the actions that she took. She crazy.
Sis took 48 hours to find him, 3 hours to drive to him, 2 minutes to knock on his door, make him open it up, give him the apology she wrote for him to recite to her, and left and went back home. Diabolical. And now her account is private because y'all now about to do the same thing to her she just did to him. She understands private that account, so can't nobody find you. And her name was Davillianumade. Oh, diabolical!
Every day, TikTok reminds me there's levels to crazy. Like that one girl who drove 3 hours to confront someone over a mean comment. You know how fucking insane you have to be to get in your car, drive 6 hours round trip in this economy? You know how crazy you have to be to get in your car and just drive 3 hours straight? It's like, you said a mean word. You know how crazy you have to be? You stopped at a gas station or two? Say, hey, 30 on pump 7. And let me get some beef jerky. That's nuts. That's nuts. And the worst part is, people in the comment section hyping her up saying, I want to be petty like you one day. I flagged all of those accounts. I reported them to the FBI because crazy people should not be out with civilians.
And the thing about it is, a lot of the times, you're not going to be able to recognize the crazy person. Okay? I could put you in a room with 10 other people and say, hey, 2 of those people are crazy. Which one are they? You wouldn't be able to because they look just like you and me. Okay? So it's best not to play with people. But, you know, seeing her go confront that guy had people wondering, what comment did the guy put that made her do that? Drive 6 hours around trip. What? What was the comment? So TikTok does what TikTok does, and they went and found the comment. I think, anyway.
So the TikTok streets is saying that they found the comment that made Davillianumade drive 3 hours to go set Mike straight. Okay, I don't have proof that this is the real comment, but this is what they're saying. Okay, Juneteenth, MLK Day, Black History Month, Kwanzaa, the list just keeps getting bigger. At what point will you people be grateful and stop fucking whining? Oh, I'm just here because of black fatigue. I'm tired of unruly N-word mentality, and the lack of basic home training has nothing to do with whining. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but a lot more white folks are ... and we don't get the rest of it. If this is the comment, baby, you gotta let off easy.
I don't know if that's the comment or not, but let's pretend that is the comment. She saw that comment and decided not to delete, not to repost his comment and embarrass him, but to go see him, to make him read an apology. So it got people wondering, man, did she commit a crime? I mean, could she go to jail for doing that?
They say Davillianumade is going to jail, and I hate that for her. They're saying it's blackmail because she drove 3 hours and coerced that man into giving an apology. And honestly, I'm like, who gives a damn? But damn, when I think about it, she did private her account and like Bestie put me in, but like, cause I sent that friend request, but like, no, I'm mad. But at the same time, when she drove up there and said, you need to read this statement, or I'm going to release your Grindr account to your wife, baby. First of all, that was the coolest shit I've ever seen somebody do. But then secondly, I'm worried that the internet is now going to be against her because like, and when I say the internet, like she put the proof that she blackmailed that man. And he gonna say he was intimidated. Like he's gonna say, oh, I was scared for my life. And you know how they do. So I'm just worried. I'm worried, girl, please.
I opened this app to say something completely and totally different. And the first video I see was Davillianumade is going to jail. For what? Y'all, you know what? I'm going to say this. Y'all are so scary. Y'all are so scary and scared of the consequences when doing the right thing and doing it in a proper way that y'all do nothing. Nothing. And this is why people like that get to get away with shit like that, period. Because keyboard warriors will always be around, period. But at the same time, even in the video, she showed no personal information. She did not call out his first name or last name. She did not show the location of where she was. She only recorded her face. She did not record his face. And he did not have to apologize or anything else. What's she going to jail for? What's she going to jail for? Now, if there was an issue, they will have to look at one, the comments that he made that were completely racist in writing with his first and last name. He would have to admit to that being him. He would have to admit to having the Grindr account. He would have to confirm everything she said in order to do anything against her. Y'all think he ready for that? What y'all need to be doing is learning how to fight properly.
Now, there are times where I can say something is the right thing to do, but that doesn't mean it's not against the law. Like, if somebody comes into my home and steals something and they take it into their home, I think everybody would agree that if I break into their house and take my stuff back, I did the right thing. I went and got my stuff back. But breaking and entering is against the law. So it's the right thing to do, but it's still illegal. But people were going back and forth on whether she committed a crime or not, whether it's coercion or blackmail or whatever. So you gotta get to the lawyer and let the lawyer explain whether it's a crime or not to end all this discussion, all right?
Y'all have been asking me for a video on Davillianumade and the legal aspects of it, so let's jump right into it. If you don't know, my name is Stephanie, criminal defense attorney, specifically public defender. Been doing this for 13 years. What do we have here from a legal perspective? Now, I saw a lot of people being like, blackmail, 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 and everybody's like, no, it can't be blackmail. She didn't get money. You don't need money in exchange for there to be blackmail, right? Because here she says to him, I need you to read this apology statement, or I'm going to send pictures of your Grindr account to your wife. Blackmail isn't a crime. It's called extortion. Okay, extortion is the crime. And I believe this is in Tennessee because that's what the comments have been saying. So we're going to work off Tennessee. Tennessee does have extortion laws. Can she be charged with extortion? Well, let's take a look. This is the broad generalization of extortion in Tennessee. A person commits extortion who uses coercion upon another person with the intent to obtain property, services, or any advantage or immunity, restricts unlawfully another's freedom of action, or impairs any entity from the free exercise or enjoyment of any right or privilege secured by the Constitution of Tennessee, the U.S. Constitution, or the laws of the state in an effort to obtain something of value for any entity. Okay? It does not have to be for money. Okay, here we're going with any advantage. Okay, now blackmail, as you know it today, falls under this extortion category. So in doing my legal research on LexisNexis and Westlaw, okay, I looked up all the cases and everything that could fall under this sort of stuff. And technically, yes, a person's reputation is something of value. Okay, so hypothetically, yes, extortion could be possible here because she threatens to take someone's reputation and destroy it by publishing damaging materials. Okay? If he does not do something she wants. And everybody in the comments is like, well, she said he didn't have to do it. Well, yes, that is how extortion works. You have a choice. You can do it. You cannot do it. You could say yes. You could say no. Now, do I think that this would stick? Probably not. I don't really think it meets this totally. But you all were asking me what's possible. Do I think it's harassment? Yeah. Driving 3 hours and posting it online, going somewhere to confront somebody and finding all this information about them privately and then going there and looking up their... I would say maybe harassment. Maybe harassment. I don't think it rises to the level of extortion or blackmail. There is a federal statute for this also, which is a little bit broader, which I think could fit. But I also, again, don't think that this would be the case. I don't think this would be the case, but this is the thing that I see most people talking about. So this is the one that I want to address. Do I think it fits the statute? Yes, I do. Do I think she'll be charged with it? No, I don't.
So, is it technically, did she commit a crime? Yes. Would she be charged with it? No. There's a lot of fake videos going around where they're saying the police are investigating and that's all AI. There's nobody investigating her at all. But one investigation people did do is they went back and looked at her videos. And some people came up with the conclusion that this was just a skit.
They said the villain is lying. I am just the messenger. Don't get mad at me. I received a message that said this is a skit. Check out her background. Pay attention to this part right here.
Their lives might be irreparably damaged from what I do, whether that be today or tomorrow. After making 2 small posts about
Now in this still, you can see that there's kind of like this arch, there's not an archway, but there's this dip inside, and then you see that there's this emergency side here. When she enters into the building, that same emergency sign, that dip, obviously that, that going into the door, it's the back. You don't enter into somebody's job from the back. You have to have access from there, right? And typically when the exit is there, it's not in the front of the building that way. So that leads me to say, and this is also a full door, meaning there's no window. So that exit would be a back entrance exit. So is the villain or the villain you made lying? Now, please don't come find me, friend, but they saying you lying, girl, and I'm just trying to help you out.
What's the possibility of the same type of exit sign being in her workplace and Mike's workplace? What's the probability of that actually being a thing? So if you ask me, this was a skit that made people get riled up over something that wasn't even real.
Baby, the internet is not a real place. I just did a video about that lady that drove 3 hours to go confront the Mike dude, the little racist dude, right? Only to find out that apparently it was fake. It was a skit. Why do people have that amount of time? Why is a fake world so important that you will literally make up anything for any form of attention? No, seriously, that's no shade. She ain't the only one. She is not the only one. There's a whole bunch of stories and we be going down these rabbit holes and be like, oh my God, grab my popcorn, clutch my pearls. And it's all fake. So there's nothing exciting going on in your life. There's nothing that you want to talk about. There's no experience that you want to talk about. There's nothing that you're good at. Are you funny? Do you have a talent? Like, nothing. You don't have any hobbies. Nothing that you can talk about that's worth talking about than to literally come up with a lie, a skit for likes, views, comments, followers, to get in the TikTok creator program. I'm trying to figure out, I don't have that kind of time. Honey, I don't make a video until I've already worked 12 hours. Went to the gym. I got stuff to do. When everything's said and done, then I will get up on this app. I kind of see what happened for the day. If I want to make a video, post a little quick video. Go to sleep. I have things to do. I have a life. But no, for real. It's not a real place because everybody was literally like, yeah, you show them. Yeah, let them know. We're not going to handle this. Like, we can find them. No.
Hey, people have time, though. People have time to make up stuff. I've done videos on it where people have lied and, put up lies just for views and clicks and to advertise their business. People do that because they know this is a quick way to gather engagement. But some people saying it's not a skit. And the reason they're saying that is because she privated her account. And, you know, if you're doing something as a skit to go viral and get views and clicks, then why is it that when you went viral, you privated your account? It doesn't make sense because that's what you wanted. Why would you private your account? And she has privated her account, but she's still making videos, and she gave an update.
I had to take some time away because y'all are crazy. Y'all are weird. Like in a good way, but in a scary way. I'm fine. This is just a lot. Thank you, Jen Hamilton, for sending everybody over here. I went from 16,000 to 110,000. And that's just a lot for a person to process.
Yeah, going from 16,000 to 110,000 followers could be overwhelming. So if that wasn't your goal, to gain a lot of followers, and then it happens, yeah, I can see why you would private your account in that circumstance. But you heard a couple people say in this video that the internet is not a real place. And they're true. But it's not a real place until someone makes it a real place.
When it comes to that woman who drove 3 hours to confront that man who left a comment she didn't like, whether it's a skit or it's not, one thing is consistent, that the internet is not a real place. And y'all cannot go around moving like the internet is real life. Let's say it was all a skit. Okay, y'all are wild for believing that somebody should do that. Now, will I say that it was funny when I watched it? Absolutely. I laughed. I was entertained. But do I think people should be doing that in real life? Absolutely not. Now, if it was real life and she did get arrested, duh, you drove 3 hours to tell this man that he needed to say sorry, or you was going to tell his wife he was on Grindr. How do you think anybody's going to respond to that? I'm not going to lie. Y'all pull up to my place of employment or my house, whatever it is, and y'all get to acting crazy, I'm calling the cops. I'm calling the cops because it's just the internet. It's not real life. Y'all got to be serious. Y'all got to be so for real. And also, driving 3 hours to confront anybody is crazy. I don't care if I have beef with you in real life. You think I'm driving 3 hours to confront you and then 3 hours home? You're bugging.
There are going to be people who post comments on the internet that you don't like. Keep it on the internet. You know, there's no reason to go meet someone in person. And the one thing, let's pretend what just happened, Davillianumade, let's pretend it was real. Guess what? Mike has 0 consequences for his actions. 0 consequences. So if you're going to take something off the internet and turn it into real life, what did you accomplish? Nothing. Some people need to be held accountable for what they put on the internet. I really agree with that. But there's ways to do it. We have one woman on the internet who goes by the name Daphne Sutton. You might know her as the queen of accountability. I think the way she keeps people accountable is perfect. And she never puts herself in danger. Matter of fact, let's check out one of her posts. As you can see right here. Wait a minute, hold up. Okay, this one's better like this. But as you can see, she covered the person's name, but somebody wrote,
25 years ago, this jerk who was supposed to take me to prom stood me up. The next day, he humiliated me at school. He ended up applying for a sales job at a place I'm boss at. I had my assistant conduct the interview. I then had her email him that he was a great candidate and we would notify him in a few days if he got it. He was too excited. A week goes by and he inquires and we never respond back to him. And I ended up hiring someone else. Be careful who you hurt. Karma don't have an expiration date.
So Daphne commented under that post, y'all haven't learned from telling on yourselves in groups? You really posted in here that you did something illegal that could get your own job taken away. Person responded,
You haven't learned how to mind your business. I posted where I am protected in this private group. You don't like what I said? Keep effing scrolling, pygmy. This ain't the conversation you want.
Daphne responds, I figured you would say that. There's a big difference between karma and workplace retaliation. Denying someone employment because of a 25-year-old grudge isn't just unprofessional, it is illegal. Imagine thinking you're serving karma when really you're just proving you never healed. Now you and him will be twins. Person responds,
Twins? The F that mean, a threat? You do know Rule 7 exists, right? Don't get fired from this group. Stay in your place, pygmy. This ain't the fight you want. She making threats. Please investigate. I will be blocking her.
And then Daphne gives her the accountability she deserves. Having me banned for reporting unlawful conduct is retaliation too. Imagine risking your job over a 25-year prom grudge. You made this personal. I made it official. Enterprise has been notified. Karma. And then there's a screenshot of her emailing the woman's job. She got consequences. Mike didn't. That's the better way to handle it. Not showing up to their job or their house where you could put yourself in danger or you could possibly get arrested. And I don't know about you, but I enjoyed Daphne holding that person accountable more than I enjoyed the villain you made. I see y'all in the next video.